All right, hello everybody. How you doing, man? And welcome to One Saints Fans Opinion. Who that nation? How you doing? This is I call myself Dr. Spack. I mean, you may not know me, but people across the fantasy world know me as Dr. Spectacular. Anyway, man. So I'm a devout Saints fan, and I just want to give one Saints fan's opinion on what's going on. I am stuck in traffic, so while I'm stuck in traffic, I will give you this commentary. Anyway, kind of what's going on is this basically. I don't like where we're headed this season. I don't like kind of the moves that have been made, and I may be like a lot of Saints fans. I'm not completely in love with the moves that we have made. We got rid of Jimmy Graham, so that's one big move. Getting rid of Jimmy Graham in efforts to solidify our offensive line. That's cool, and I mean definitely it's needed. But I didn't think it should cost so much. One person gave me this analogy. He was basically saying that we needed to improve our offensive line, so we got rid of our offense, which is basically essentially what we did, getting rid of a huge percentage of the offense that we have. And so all right, cool. And so most of our offense last year went through Jimmy Graham. It was but I mean, granted, Jimmy didn't have an awesome year last year, but still the threat of Jimmy Graham coming up the middle of the field, I mean, it's just such a huge weapon to have. It's this one player that we had that you can't stop, and that's awesome. But we don't have that anymore. And relying on Colston at his advanced age, I mean, he's not super old, but still relying on Colston at this age and his history of injuries isn't super smart. And also relying on Brandon Cooks. He's a really fast, electrifying playmaker, and I love that about him. However, he is, small in stature, and he can be hurt apparently, and so I don't know if I put all my faith there. Now as we talk about these wide receivers, let's get to the other trades that we've made. We've gotten rid of Kenny Stills, and getting rid of Kenny Stills, I think, was huge for us. Kenny Stills was a young, developing wide receiver who did a very excellent job of being a downfield threat or opening up the field for us. And because he opened up the field for us so well, man, I was completely I was excited about his future. It was awesome. It was going someplace. And so getting rid of him to pick up a Ellerbe is a little bit disheartening. I mean, if anybody I would have wanted to have gotten back in that trade would have been Deion Jordan. At the very least, we have a pass rusher who hasn't worked out in one system, but has the potential to get back to a place where he could have been effective. And I think that would have been awesome to get him back in that trade. However, getting Ellerbe back, at least we get some compensation in the third round pick will be great. Now, here's where I don't like this plan. I don't like the plan that we're on right now, because it puts a huge amount of emphasis on our ability to pick good players from the draft, from this very deceptive draft. Now let's look at this draft right now. This draft class has a ton of risky players in it. There's not a surefire guy. There's not a lot of surefire talent. We need a cornerback right now. Look at the cornerback crop. The cornerback crop consists of two big time players. It's Trey Waynes and Marcus Peters, right? And Peters, while being a good player, Peters is he's a behavior risk. And that's one of the problems with picking up Peters, that he's a huge behavior risk. One of the other problems is with Trey Waynes is that his technique is slightly off. And so he has great speed, but playing coverage, I've seen him beat several times. And if you can be beat several times in a college division that I don't believe is super great in wide receivers, then I'm going to say this. I'm fearful of picking him and putting our hopes on a Trey Waynes. So the cornerback crop is not what I need it to be. The LSU corner, who's coming out this year, I don't necessarily think that he is he's that great as well. So we have a ton of questionable cornerbacks at the pass rush. With this draft is supposed to be great in is pass rushers, and I mean we have some stellar pass rushers on dock right now. I'm extremely enamored with Vic Beasley. And also I like Shane Ray. Shane Ray didn't super impress at his pro day, but I still like Shane Ray. But here's the problem with all of the pass rushers that we would get excited about. They may be gone by 13. Even though we have now the flexibility to move up, I'm scared to even move up because all these pass rushers have questions on them as well. And so it's a very questionable draft. And I don't have a ton of, and I love our front office. I really do. I like picking up Ireland from the Dolphins. Jeff is pretty good. At least that's what I think based on his resume. But I'll say this, man, that I'm not super excited about the picks that we could possibly come away with here, and the people that we'll come away with here. I would be excited if we come away with the wide receiver. Now, this is the only place in this draft that I think there are some surefire guys. So I know I said that I don't believe there's any surefire guys, and I don't think there's a lot of surefire guys, but this wide receiver corp is pretty good. You have a Kevin White, you have Amari Cooper, a lot of people like Jalen Strong. I am enamored with, in this case, Beckham. And I think that DGB is going to be incredible. So I would love to pick him up. I know the Saints, we're not going to do that. So if you're a Who Dat fan, you think we're going to do it, we won't. We won't go and pick up DGB. So don't get overly excited. He will be great, but we won't have him. Anyway, so I think of several people, several wide receivers in this draft that I could get excited about. If we pull in Amari Cooper, that'll be great. But outside of that, I'm not super secure in the stuff that we'll get even in the third round. Now, granted, we need help on the offensive line. We got rid of Ben Grubbs, and getting rid of Ben Grubbs I think was good. Ben Grubbs was he was pretty decent. I think he was pretty decent on the line. However, he was having a down year, and that may be because of center, or it may not be because of center, but he was having a down year. So the next thing, traffic is now, sorry guys, I have to go. So I'm back driving. There's no more traffic, and this is now dangerous. So talk to you later. Bye bye.